A very good morning, my dear students. Please listen to the paraphrase of Act 2, Scene 6. Scene 6, it occurs at the same place, street in Venice. Graciano and Celerino, they are in mask and they enter. Graciano. This is the penthouse under which Lorenzo desired us to make stand. It means this is the shed under which Lorenzo wished us to stand and wait for him. Celerino says his hour is almost past. So this means the hour appointed by him is almost over. And Graciano says, and it is marvel he outdwells his hour, for lovers ever run before the clock. So Graciano speaks, it is really strange that he should be late because lovers always run faster than the clock. And Celerino says, oh, 10 times faster Venus pigeons fly to see love's bonds new made than they are wont to keep obliged faith unforfeited. Celerino says, the doves that draw the chariot of Venus, the goddess of love, fly 10 times faster when they carry her to ratify a new pledge of love than they do when they have to keep a pledge of love that has already been made. Then Graciano says, that ever holds who riseth from a feast with that keen appetite that he sits down. Where is the horse that doth tread again his tedious measures with the unbated fire that he did pace them first? All things that are with more spirit chased than enjoyed. How like a yonker or a prodigal the scarfed bark puts from her native bay, hugged and embraced by the wanton wind. How like a prodigal doth she return, with overrest ribs and ragged sails, lean, rent, and beggared by the wanton wind. So Graciano says, that is always true. When Celerino speaks, no, that Venus, the goddess of love, fly 10 times faster when they carry her to a ratified new pledge of love. At that time, Graciano says, yes, he consented that yes, that is always true. No one has that keen appetite for food when he rises from the dinner that he had before he sat down to it. You will never find a horse that runs back the same long and weary course with that keen vigor and energy with which it first went over it. All things are pursued with greater zeal than enjoyed when obtained. There is always more pleasure in the pursuit of an object rather than in its actual enjoyment. When a ship, gaily decorated with flags and with the wanton breezes playing over her sails, puts out to sea, she looks like a prodigal in the heyday of youth and beauty. But when she returns, she comes back with her sails torn and a framework battered by the strong winds, just as a prodigal returns home completely broken and poor after a care of dissipation. So, this, in fact, he wants to say that when we use anything, its charm is lost. And when we want to do something, when we have the desire, so its charm is at its height. And when we have experienced that, so it loses its charm. Then Celerino says, here comes Lorenzo. More of this hereafter. So more of this means he wants to say that we will talk about this philosophy sometime later. Lorenzo comes. Then Lorenzo, sweet friends, your patience for my long abode, not I but my affairs, have made you wait. When you shall please to play the thieves for wives, I will watch as long for you. Then approach, here dwells my father Jew. Oh, who is within? Enter Jessica above in boy's clothes. So Lorenzo says, dear friends, I beg your pardon for my long delay. Not I, but the business I have in hand was there, which has kept you waiting. When you will have an occasion to elope with your brides, I will also wait for you as long. Come near. This is the house of my Jewish father-in-law. Hello, who is there? Then Jessica in boy's clothes appears from above. Jessica, who is it? To make absolutely true, tell me who you are, though I recognize your voice. So Lorenzo says, Lorenzo, and thy love. And Jessica says, Lorenzo, certain in my love indeed. For who love I so much, and now who knows but you, Lorenzo, whether I am yours. So Lorenzo says that it is Lorenzo, your love. And Jessica speaks, you are certainly Lorenzo. And to be sure, you are my beloved. For who do I love so much as I love you? But who can tell me except you whether I am your beloved? Lorenzo says, heaven and thy thoughts are witness that thou art. Jessica replies, here, catch this casket. It is worth the pains. I am glad this night you do not look on me, for I am much ashamed of my exchange. But love is blind, and lovers cannot see the pretty follies that themselves commit. For if they could, Cupid himself would blush to see me thus transformed to a boy. So Jessica here wants to say, and when Lorenzo says God and your heart will tell you that you are, and Jessica says, here, take this box of jewels. It is worth the trouble. I am glad it is dark and you cannot see me because I am highly ashamed of the dress into which I have changed. But lovers are blind and cannot see the nice, little, foolish things they themselves do. If they could, even the God of love would have felt ashamed to see me thus changed into a boy. Lorenzo says, descend, for you must be my torchbearer. Lorenzo speaks, come down, you have to act as my torchbearer, dear. Then Jessica speaks, what? Must I hold a candle to my shins? They in themselves, good sooth, are too light. Why, 'tis an offence of discovery, love, and I should be obscured. And Jessica says, what? Shall I hold a torch before me to let me see my shameful transformation? The shameful acts I am doing are in themselves too clear. Carrying the torch would mean exposing myself, whereas I ought to be concealed. Lorenzo says, so you are, sweet, even in the lovely garnish of a boy. But come at once, for the close night doth play the runaway, and we are stayed for an Bassanio's feast. So Lorenzo says, you are concealed indeed, my darling, in the charming dress of a boy. But come down immediately, for the night which conceals everything is swiftly passing, and they are all waiting for us at Bassanio's feast. Jessica, I will make fast the doors and gild myself with some more ducats and be with you straight. So Jessica says, I will shut the doors, get a little more money and come to you at once. Then moves away from above. Graciano says, now by my hood a Gentile and no Jew. So Graciano says, I swear by my cap that she is more a non-Jew than Jew. Gentile means non-Jew. Lorenzo says, beshrew me, but I love her heartily, for she is wise. If I can judge of her, and fair she is, if that mine eyes be true. And true she is, as she hath proved herself, and therefore, like herself, wise, fair, and true, shall she be placed in my constant soul. So Lorenzo says, curse me if you do not love her with all my heart. If I can judge her truly, she is wise. If my eyes do not deceive me, she is fair, and by her conduct she has proved herself faithful to me. And therefore, because she is wise, fair, and true, she shall have a permanent place in my heart. Enter Jessica below. What? Art thou come? On, gentlemen, away. Our masking mates by this time for a stay. So he says he is glad. What? Have you come? Come, friends, let us go. Our comrades taking part in the mask must be waiting for us. Then exit with Jessica and Celerino. He goes away with Jessica and Celerino. Antonio comes in. Antonio. Who is there? Graciano. Signor Antonio. Antonio. Fie, Graciano. Where are all the rest? 'Tis 9 o'clock. Our friends all stay for you. No mask tonight. The wind is come about. Bassanio presently will go aboard. And I have sent 20 out to seek for you. So Antonio says, shame on you, Graciano. Where are the rest of the party? It is 9 o'clock and our friends are still waiting for you. There will be no mask tonight. The wind has turned round and it is favorable. And Bassanio will at once set out on the voyage. I have sent out no less than 20 persons in your search. Graciano, I am glad on it. I desire no more delight than to be under sail and gone tonight. I am glad to know I wish for no greater joy than to set sail and start tonight. Exeunt, they go out. I hope you have understood what happens in Act 2, Scene 6. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.